Hi, I'm Debra Wallace, licensed marriage and family therapist. Today, my positive reframe is on getting sick to having a health expression, as well as an opportunity to boost TLC and rest. Before I go on, I am not a doctor. If you are experiencing symptoms that you are concerned about, please consult your primary care physician or go to your local emergency room. I have a master's in human development and family studies, and I specialize in trauma. And so I will be speaking from that lens as a provider of mental health. I've chose to talk about health expressions, especially now as I am entering into the winter months where I'm at, and it's completely normal that we have more health expressions when there's a change in seasons, especially when it's getting colder and wetter. Our bodies are innately so intelligent and amazing and complex. And so we have our whole system likes to have a homeostasis, a balance. And so anytime there's shifts, change, new input, stimulations, our nervous system has no choice but to filter that and process that and integrate that in some way. And the tricky part is that actually our day and age, there's so much coming at us in such intensity so often that our nervous systems have to process a lot and prioritize different things. And so some things get cut off and some things get shifted to the top. And there's many variables that play into that. Yet that is one of the reasons why we will have more health expressions during these times of seasons. And especially when we're under a lot of stress and I have a positive reframe video on stress and trauma and many other ones. But there's positive and negative stress. So even though, yes, when we're under negative stress, we will be more prone to health expressions, it also happens in when there's good things happening. So a lot of children tend to have a lot more health expressions. One, because they're being exposed to a lot of new things, and so they have to adapt to that, as well as when they're going through significant physical or intellectual growth spurts. I find it common that children will have major health expressions, and they'll vary in what that'll look like and play out for each child. Yet those are usually signaling that they're doing a lot because we're so complex. We can't focus our energy on everything all the time, like multitasking. Although we think we can do that, we don't give our best energy when we're doing that. And so your body has to make these decisions to do things and to cut off some certain things and not give so much attention so that we can do this growth here. And so you will see that a lot happens. And that is why it is so important that when you are experiencing any symptoms, not yourself, physical symptoms, to to make time to nurture yourself, your mind, your body, your spirit, whatever nurturing, usually food, sleep, water are the basic things. Yet we need a lot, and we need rest. In fact, a lot happens when we're resting. There's another word I like to use is called integration, and that's when our complex systems, all the differential parts, are linking together to in a flexible, coherent, stable way, and that promotes good, healthy development, and that happens in rest. Um, you may hear the term rest and digest. That's actually a product of our parasympathetic nervous system, which cannot even happen if we are in fight, flight, or dorsal and overwhelmed. When we got too much going on, we can't even get the full nutrients from everything we're eating, because our nervous system, our digestive tract will say, hey, we're too busy, there's too much going on, we're going to pause that while you can focus on all this other stuff that seems more urgent, and more likely is urgent in a lot of cases. But our day and age, I can go on there, but so you can't even get the benefits of all the goodness that you're doing until you make time to rest, and so your body can actually digest physiologically, um, biologically, so that you can get the goodness of all that's in. And I will find, as a family therapist, I will also tell, as I work with parents and couples, that, not only do we need, when I'm saying you need that time, to listen, to slow down and take care of yourself, number one, because yet when your children or your partner or your loved ones are sick, I also encourage, as you still continue to slow down, you might have to take some things off your list. Yes, everything feels urgent, but you need to prioritize spending time, because often the person who's also having that health expression is needing extra connection, needing extra nutrients, which is draining. And so you need to accommodate for that. And it's good for everybody. In fact, I've been doing therapy for almost 25 years, and I will often hear, even with people with some of the worst, uh, uh, you know, worst stories growing up, that they will recall their parents giving them some nurturance when they're having health expressions. Most of us say sick. So as they recall on being sick as a child, they will be able to say, man, even if they didn't get love and connection here, that was a time they actually got it. And I have found this dynamic happens often, that we will unconsciously um, manifest physical symptoms to get our emotional needs met. And so when we have these health expressions, it's really an opportunity, again, to nurture you, but it's also an opportunity to nurture those people in your relationships, because we are biologically wired to be in a relationship. We need to feel safe, seen, soothed, and secure. It's a building block. It's a foundational building block um, for our self-organizing and developing our system. So it's so important to take that time. And I know it seems so hard. And of course we can't. I get the bind that we get in, because we're all going to have health expressions. As I mentioned, it's also normal. You can eat right, you can do everything right, and it's still completely normal to have health expressions. There's more of a red flag to pay attention to if it's becoming more chronic, more intense. You'll notice that is your body. You'll hear me say a lot, the body keeps a score. Lots of great research on it. Google that term. Um, and so that is a time, it's your body is signaling that you need attention, your relationships need attention, whoever is having those health expressions needs attention, and we need some vital needs met. So that is my reframe on getting sick as an opportunity to boost TLC for yourself and get some rest. And it's a health expression calling to your attention that something needs attention or something grand is happening. As I mentioned, and in either way, in either of those cases, we need that space and time to do that. So please follow or also leave a comment if there's any other positive reframes you like, and take wonderful care.